The race to November 2020 is in full swing, and the field of Democratic candidates is finally thinning out. With so many of them already come and gone, it can be hard to keep track of who's still running and how we even got here. So let's take a look back at the 2020 Democratic campaigns. The road to 2020 actually started in 2017. John Delaney was the first candidate to jump into the race on July 28, 2017.
But if we take these challenges head on, the future is ours.
From there, the 2020 Democratic field became one of the widest and most diverse in history.
I'm Andrew Yang, and I'm running for president as a Democrat.
I have decided to run and will be making a formal announcement within the next week.
I'm asking you to join me.
If you'd like to make.
I am running for president of the United States.
I'm Cory Booker, and I'm running for president of the United States of America.
A watershed of campaign announcements came in the winter and spring of 2019. Senator Elizabeth Warren officially launched her own campaign on February 9th, 2019.
An America that works for everyone.
Followed by Senator Amy Klobuchar.
As the first woman elected to the United States Senate from the state of Minnesota, to announce my candidacy for President of the United States.
And Bernie Sanders.
Thank you all very much.
Riding a surge in name recognition after mobilizing Democrats in Texas during his failed 2018 Senate campaign, Beto O'Rourke jumped into the race on March 14th, 2019.
Thank you.
South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg launched his campaign a month later.
And I am running for President of the United States.
Joe Biden topped the polls for months before he even announced his candidacy. When he finally did,
we're in the battle for the soul of this nation.
He shot up in the polls soon after. By the time the first Democratic debate rolled around, 20 candidates were vying for our attention on stage. Marianne Williamson picked up a cult following on social media.
I will meet you on that field, and sir, love will win.
Biden and Kamala Harris clashed over race.
It was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country.
And that clash helped Harris shoot up in the polls. She even momentarily surpassed both Warren and Sanders. Known for his self-funded ad campaign calling for Trump's impeachment before impeachment was even on the horizon, billionaire Tom Steyer jumped into the race on July 9th, 2019.
My name's Tom Steyer. I'm running for president.
By the end of the summer, several candidates had withdrawn from the race, but by that point, the nation's attention was split.
NBC News Special Report.
I'm announcing the House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry.
On October 1st, while campaigning in Las Vegas, Sanders had a heart attack.
I just got out of the hospital a few hours ago, and I'm feeling so much better.
Elizabeth Warren gained serious momentum in late September, very briefly surpassing Joe Biden on October 8th. Presidential hopeful Beto O'Rourke decided to drop out a couple of weeks later on November 1st. In late November, Buttigieg shot up in the polls, and by December, he had almost broken into the top 3 candidates. The candidates took part in a 5th debate, but by then, the nation was closely paying attention to the impeachment inquiry. There were a couple of late entrants to the race in November, Deval Patrick and former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Before officially entering the race, Bloomberg was already polling higher than some candidates, breaking the top 5 by early December. And just as a billionaire entered the race, Kamala Harris dropped out, writing in a Medium post on December 3rd, "I'm not a billionaire. I can't fund my own campaign." In a historic vote, the House of Representatives decided to impeach President Trump. The trial created a potential speed bump for Senators Warren, Sanders, Klobuchar, Booker, and Bennett. A Democratic field that boasted diversity just a year before only had white candidates on stage for the 7th debate on January 14th, 2020. In the same month, both Julian Castro and Cory Booker suspended their campaigns. And John Delaney, the candidate who had already been on the campaign trail for 2.5 years but never gained much traction with voters, dropped out just days ahead of Iowa. So what's the state of the race now? The Iowa caucuses taught us there isn't an app for everything. Serious technical issues prevented the Iowa Democratic Party from calling a winner until days later. 2 frontrunners emerged, Pete Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders. A week later, Bernie Sanders won the New Hampshire Democratic primary, but with less than 26% of the vote, it wasn't a commanding victory. The race is still wide open. Who will win the Democratic nomination for the 2020 presidential election? We'll have to wait and see.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here. And click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.